Alrighty. Welcome back to another installment of the Late Night Podcast. Got a few topics I want to go into, but first one we're going to get into is a couple days ago I got into a little bit of a experimental thing I was doing. My mom does like cosmetology and such, and I was just sitting there watching her cut hair and stuff, and I'm like, let me try. So I was doing it, and I messed up horribly. Like, I'm talking about, I was supposed to take it to a 3. I took it down to like a 1. It was just horrible. But I do kind of want to get into that. That sounds like something that I'd be interested into doing. You know, I've always like seen videos and stuff about it, and I've always like seen my mom do it. And I feel like it's more like not even like doing the whole barbering thing, but just like saying that you can do it. And like I feel like owning a barber shop would be pretty dope. Definitely if you can make it look crispy, like someone just walks in and like you got the best looking barbershop around. So, you know, it's just some cool, like little cool things like that interest me. I don't know, it's just weird to me. But next topic I want to go into is I didn't end up posting the backup podcast that I was supposed to post last time to catch up since I missed one. But it only happened because something had went wrong with me uploading the YouTube video, and it said like something about the file being corrupted. So I ended up only being able to post one video, but I will get that other extra video out sometime. So I don't know when, maybe not this week, but sometime. But next topic I want to go into is the recent news about Kobe ended up dying. I feel like it was like, it's really surprising because I feel like you never think about stuff like that happening to like really big people like Kobe though. Like Kobe like was one of the best basketball players ever to live, arguably. And like he just died. Like that's like not something you would ever think about. That's like if Drake died right now. Like it's just some crazy things to think about. Like no one's really safe right now. Like you would think that like he would have like the best pilots and best like safest helicopters like ever. Like you think that he would never like be in danger at any point. But
she was talking about how she was going to carry out like the legacy, and then
literally he said that last week before he crashed. It was just great. The timing of it, though, the whole thing that LeBron had passed him in all-time scoring.
yeah, like it's just crazy to hear stuff like that happening. And then
I feel bad for like the other people too, because I know that Gigi Stewart was in there, and then both.
yeah, there was like some like baseball player in there too. And I heard two different things. I believe that they were going to a basketball camp. That's what I heard. But some people were saying it was a tournament for like Gigi, but like I'm pretty sure it was this basketball camp. But yeah, you know, this 2020 is just off to a rough start in my opinion. Like stuff like the coronavirus and just like all the fires in Australia and stuff like that. Like I don't know, maybe we could turn it around. You know, maybe it could be a good year. I feel like the best year though so far, like in like recent memory, was probably like 2016. 2016 was like the best year, like summer 16 in general. I feel like everything was just good in that year. I feel like my personal life was good in that year. Music was good in that year. Just like YouTube and films were good in that year. I feel like it was just a good year to live in at the time. Now everything's just like blah. I don't know. And there was a lot of artists that were like in their prime at the time. Like Lil Uzi, 99 overall that year. Like for sure. Who else was pretty dope that year? Lil Yachty and stuff was just blowing up that year. There's a lot of like the new like SoundCloud rave rappers were all coming out that year. I feel like now you really don't hear that kind of sound anymore. Like that new like rough sound, and I feel like only a little bit has stuck by. Like no one hears about Lil Pump anymore. Like, Lil Pump just disappeared off the face of the planet. You know? But I was also thinking about like schooling wise. currently I go to Start High School, but I was thinking recently about switching schools next year, because, you know, thinking about transferring to Whitmer or transferring to, well, this recently just came up because someone had like talked to me, got a little bit of convincing of me, but I used to play basketball, and the coach that used to coach us in basketball, coach that used to coach us, I guess you could say, but his son had like recently hit me up on Snapchat and was like talking about if I wanted to go to Cardinal Stretch or not, and like I went and shadowed there before I went to Start, but I just like went to both the shadows, like the Start and Stretch shadow back to back, and like it was just like an obvious choice. Like Stretch was just so boring when you went there. Everyone was like robots, and it didn't even just seem interesting. Like it looked like you were still in grade school. The building's really small too, and uniforms just don't seem like the vibe for real. So I ended up choosing Start over, but I'm thinking like expansion wise, because, you know, I've said before on here that I do make music, and I'm trying to like get my music out there right now, and I've said some little things here and there at Start. Hopefully I can get it out a little bit more. I'm like thinking about having someone record me like rap, because I feel like the quality of my music isn't good enough yet to where if you were to hear the quality instead of like hearing it in real life, that, I don't know, I'm not really good with the editing. I feel like on camera it sounds a lot better. But yeah, so I don't know. School is like a toss up for me right now, you know. I feel like school is a lot more difficult now. Like, not like, I feel like socially wise. Like last year I had like I had like a pretty big friend group, and even if they weren't in my friend group, like I still had mutuals like all around me. Now it's like I only have like 4 to 3 friends in each class, so I feel like I'm really just dragging myself through the week, like looking forward to the weekend every week now. Like, I don't know. The year before, I feel like I had a reason to go to school. Like I had a lot of friends at school. Like I would look forward to go there, and sometime over break, I'd like want to go back just to see them. But like I feel like now, I'm not even in a rush to get back to school anymore. Like I'm just like shredding through the days now just to try to get to break. I feel like winter break went by too fast. The next long break that we have is spring break, and that's still a minute to go by. Thank God we got a 4-day weekend on Valentine's Day, but I feel like this school is just like not for me, for real. Yeah, the weeks feel like they're getting longer, for real. But I did miss my story time segments last episode, so I need to bring that back. Story time for this time is what's the story I can tell that won't get me in trouble? Oh yeah. So there was this time a couple years ago. It was forever ago. There was this kid named, what was his name? Nehemiah, I think. He was supposed to be in my grade, but he had flunked a year, so he was in my brother's grade. And my brother is soft, like soft as butter soft, and he really couldn't like defend himself, definitely against the kid who was like a year older than him. So he would like constantly get bullied by this kid like every day, and I just never like really like cared for real, but you know, it kind of got to me every once in a while. So I did end up like talking to dude, and then dude was just like, I don't know, Nehemiah's soft too though. Like, oh, I shouldn't say his real name. Screw it. He probably ain't gonna listen to this even anyway. But yeah, it was just tough. I did end up confronting him, and he like got up on a chair and started like trying to dog me. But I'm like, you know, he's more bark than bite, for it to say. He punched me twice in my chest, but you know, that was soft, you know. Big gains up in here. But yeah, but before I can do anything, we ended up getting separated and pulled apart, and before you know it, I was in the office. So that was tough, but you know, we cool now. You know, I don't really see him that often because he's still in grade school. But subtle flex there. No. But yeah, school in general has kind of been tough. We just wanted to catch up on y'all, like put a little episode out. You know, these topics are getting a little bit more difficult to come up with as the times go by. So you know, if you do have any suggestions for topics, you can leave it down in the comments below. But that'll be it for right now. Wait, do remember that I still do studio time. If you are interested, I leave my Snapchat and Instagram in the comments below. So it'll be top comment and probably be linked in the description too. So if you want to hit me up about that, it's $5 an hour. Hit me up. You know, I'm doing y'all a favor because, you know, I know Toledo is kind of difficult out here because I already knew it. I had to make my own home studio because there's no studios in Toledo for real. You can go to the like library and stuff, but nobody wants to be that guy who records in the library. Let's be honest here. But so you know, it's $5 an hour. You know, something light. You know, you come over here, you vibe, you record, you leave, you dip. You know, simple extraction. You pat my back, I pat yours. You know, but that'll be it for about now. So peace. Yeah.